Well, you're tuned to Pacifica Radio in Houston, the mighty 90, KPFT, listener-sponsored and commercial-free since March of 1970. Good day to you. I am Duane Bradley.
And I'm Marlo Blue.
And we have a very special guest with us today. At long last, welcome to Pacifica Radio, Lynn Ashby.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Lynn Ashby, what is it that took you down the path of becoming a writer? What was your life path that brought you to this?
Well, my father was a pediatrician in Dallas, and he made a lot of money and didn't work very hard, and I thought I could do that, so I enrolled in pre-med in UT, and that lasted one semester. I was the worst pre-med in the history of UT, I think. And so I looked around, and they had a humor magazine called the Texas Ranger, which is defunct today, and so I asked if I could start writing for them and just fell in love with journalism. Should have stayed a pediatrician. I made a lot more money. But I just loved writing, and I have no regrets at all, except that I didn't start out in journalism, and I've been working for newspapers and such since then. I graduated in '62, and I've been in journalism ever since. Love it. Absolutely love it.
So you spent a long time at the Houston Post. We missed that morning paper.
Mm-hmm. Well, we should have been still a two-newspaper town. We were doing fine. It's just that our owner, Dean Singleton, found that he could make more money by selling it to the Chronicle, which, of course, created a monopoly immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tripled their ad rates. I always thought those people, when there were two papers and wouldn't advertise in the Post, now they only had one choice, and they were paying 3 times as much. And I thought, be careful what you wish for, gang, because now you got one choice to advertise in a newspaper around here, and that's the Chronicle. You should have advertised in the Post. It saves yourself a lot of money over the years.
I'm a morning reader, and I think a lot of people are. Although, you know, that picking up the afternoon paper for something fresh, there's nothing wrong with that. But I do lament the loss of Houston being a two-paper town.
Oh, well, I do too, for many reasons. But one of them was that Houston was supporting two papers. We were doing good. We were the better paper. Now, the Chronicle, very interesting. They were an afternoon paper. They were owned by Houston Endowment, a corporation of
Jesse Jones subsidiary.
Jesse Jones, right.
Yeah.
And it being a foundation, they didn't pay taxes. Well, it's very hard to compete against a business where you're selling hammers and across the street the hardware store's giving them away. That's really difficult. But we went in there, and then finally, they sold it to Hearst, which has deep pockets. Not much taste, but deep pockets. And they managed to segue into putting out a morning paper for a while there, afternoon and morning. But the national mood was going from afternoon papers to morning papers. I remember my father would read the Dallas Morning News in the morning, then come home and read the Dallas Times-Herald. Then along came Huntley Brinkley, and afternoon TV news, and afternoon newspapers shrunk. But we are one of I think Houston, and I've heard Buffalo, New York, the only cities where the afternoon paper won out. In Dallas, the Dallas Morning News won over the Times-Herald, and the same way in Austin and San Antonio and various other places. The morning paper put the afternoon paper out of business. Only in Houston was it the other way around. But, of course, it's hard to compete against Hearst.
And also a nonprofit.
A nonprofit, yeah.